Okay, testing, testing. Okay, everything should be good. Anyways, good evening everyone, and welcome to another... Well, it's actually been a bit since I last streamed, actually. But yeah, I been at JC4 Black Flag last month. And then afterwards, I just wasn't really crazy motivated to stream, so I was like... well, one, there was a bit of time before this game came out. But truthfully, I also just wasn't really motivated to stream, because like I said, I'm in that phase where I'm trying, well, I'm not trying to force myself. I'm not trying to force myself to stream, basically, when I'm not feeling it. More or less. Because, I mean, there wasn't really any game I could play. Yeah, there wasn't really a game I could play that I could finish before this came out. And if I force myself to play to a shorter game, then I don't think I would have been as motivated to stream either. So, yeah, I did not want to force myself to stream, basically. And that's why I started spending time doing my own thing, grinding Street Fighter 6 for a bit, hit 2K MR at least off stream, watching Spider-Man, and playing through Persona 3 Reload, and in general just focusing on other stuff that I didn't really have time to do, so yeah. But yeah, I have seen some reviews on this game where it's like overall mixed. Some people say they like it or had a really good time with it, and then some people are just like, this is a wait for a sale or nothing crazy. But personally for me, I just want a fun game. That's all I care about. The game looked really interesting to me. I was curious to see what Game Freak could do when they're given some time to work on stuff, which granted I did hear most of this was actually outsourced. But nonetheless, I was still intrigued by this, so... And not to mention, these are part of our marathon, like... Marathon release is coming out this year. Like... June's was Star Fox, thankfully that game was short. And I did a couple of routes before I called it. And then... Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Great remake, had a great time. And now we're on to this, so... Let's get started. Power Saver? Interesting. Hello, Pock. Welcome. Fictions. Game Freak. Well, I did get the deluxe edition only because I did get... I got a $5 discount code from Best Buy to pre-order to buy something, and then I realized if I got this game, I basically am buying a $70 game and such, so I was like... Which, I mean, I could have bought standard, but I figured, why not? Anyway, let's see where this goes. Anyways, how's it going, Pock? I assume you're still on the job hunt. On the job hunt search. Or I assume you're still on the hunt for a job at this point. Considering the last time we sort of spoke about about that interview you had and all. I guess aside from that, also getting angry at the city. That's no surprise, I guess. Hmm. Oh, I was just asking how your job search is going, which I assume you're still on the hunt for one. Hmm. I don't think I need this. Don't ask about it. You could just say that a little bit. I would have left you alone about it. I only asked just because well, I assumed, but hey, I never know until. I don't mind not talking about it either. But, hmm. I'll try these. Cutscenes are set to 24 F. Oh. Hmm. Honestly, it's technically taking a toll on you. I don't blame you. I can sympathize, though, to a degree. Which, like I said, my situation,
Emotions only hinder us.
I was
That is
lucky in more
why
ways than
humanity
one.
sought to divest themselves of
I
them.
think if it was, honestly, if it wasn't for COVID, it probably would be a lot harder for me
They chose to
personally
free themselves of the
to get a
burden
job.
of
It would have been a
feeling.
lot harder for me to get a job
They
back
chose
then.
to evolve.
But because COVID did happen,
However, fragments of those bottled emotions buried themselves deep into their souls, and those souls began to rot.
but yeah, I'm
Even
not
now,
envious of
after
having to
most of
search for a job in
humanity is
today's
gone,
economy.
those souls continue to deteriorate.
Feels like you're stuck in a rut. I don't blame you for that at all. Hey, Bamboo, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Has been a bit actually since I last saw you as well. But granted, I'll admit, I haven't really been going to Cooper's as much lately. Yeah, hope everything's been well with you though, Bamboo.
The miasma draws close. The Nushi must be near.
Can we
Nushi?
avoid it?
Negative. We'll be in the miasma in 3 minutes.
We'll be surrounded.
Have you been on Street Fighter 6 with
I have to go.
season 4, Bamboo?
Stop here. And don't move.
Understood.
All good,
Halting
hope all
movement.
can go with you too. Very relaxing, not having to think about Street Fighter 6 and such.
Deploying anchor.
Always on it. For sure. I was really know that. Have you played any Yasmin at all? I've never dabbled with her for a bit, but I'll grind her later.
Kagura.
Probably sometime
right
next
back.
week.
Cool. Let's go.
Yeah, this game is pretty though. So far. She's 2-star, now find difficulty. Crazy game tactics. Oh wow, you move really quick, honestly. Oh, Fuck, I did love the tweet. Oh, no one's a guard. Okay, so you do have a parry thing. Gotcha. But yeah, Puck, I do agree. That's one thing that does suck.
Would you
The
like
job market nowadays.
It's fine. I
Like,
can already see it
entry-level
clearly.
job, but
Cool. Try to keep
you
your
need
distance from
years of
Kagura.
experience for something for some reason. Which I feel like, unfortunately, aside from hoping for the best and such, it does feel like you need connections. Man, what's going on here though?
Cool. I need your help. Cool.
Interesting.
Forward, Cool.
Yeah, I do think it's, yeah, unfortunately that reality that, well, I've also talked with other friends about it. Basically, if you don't, aside from having the experience, obviously, does sort of feel like, but like I mean, as I've said before, though, the best thing you can do is just really move, like, just do the best you can at this point. So far, I'm not really feeling it. That's all leave it. Anyways, I assume you haven't seen Spider-Man yet, Pop. I gave you a plan to at this point. Considering your initial impressions.
Farther in. We have no choice but to advance.
Land is silent and light. If you defeat all Malefacts in the area, the light will drop. Nushi's lair has opened. Press on.
Interesting. So far.
Emma, so you've come.
Shido!
4026 AD.
Damn. 2,000 years.
1,000
from our
years
time.
have passed since our nation fell. Each region has been ravaged by the emergence of the malefacts. The blight affected everything. The ground, the sky, all of civilization. Not one thing was spared. And at the core of the infected, there lies an immortal fragment of the beast of reincarnation. No matter how much humanity has struggled against it, it continues to prevail. Tired from the fight, the people have lost the will to go on. Yet, a report was delivered one day to the capital. It read, "There exists a hope to the east in Ogochi." They meant a girl, one single person. A solitary blight stain, scorned and nurtured in the shadow of their own corruption.
Beast of Reincarnation. Oh yeah, but yeah. Oh yeah, and Bamboo, so... I did try out a bit of Street Fighter 6 Season 4. It's only just to like get used to the head changes, but... I realized I was still basically doing my same game plan
Am I coming
with
through?
Ed, so... I was like, I can chill for now,
Right.
still.
I can hear you fine.
This character is pretty, though.
How's the new outfit treating you?
It's easy to move in, I guess.
That's good. Back to the matter at hand, Purifier. You still remember the mission?
I'm to find and defeat the Nushi.
Exactly. And given the concentration of blight, I'd say it's probably close. That's about all I can tell you, though. I can't pin down its exact location. You see that abandoned village ahead? I suggest you search for clues there first.
Got it.
About Kagura, by the way. Her condition seems stable at the moment. She should wake by nightfall.
I see. All right.
First spot. I guess this is my, like, checkpoint stuff? Oh, where I saved the game. Okay. I see. Anyways, Talk, did you watch Spider-Man, or are you skipping it? Because, I mean, if you're skipping it, I think it's a darn shame that you are. Of how good it is. Hey, Cosmic, welcome to the stream. And thank you for the hydrate. I mean, normally I don't, I didn't stream at this time, but I was like, since I was thinking about doing other things, but I realized since I didn't really get a chance. Well, first off, Yo Cosmic, thank you for the 30 months. Damn, 30 months. Appreciate the support as always. Once again, not required, but it's always appreciated. Yeah. Now that's crazy, Pock. You don't care about Peter Parker after what happened to him in No Way Home? Because basically it's just exploring that, which I think that's a good thing. I think you just hate Spider-Man at this point with what you're telling me at the moment. Hey, how's it going though, Cosmic? Hope everything's been treating you well. Damn, so you're saying you don't like Tom Holland's Spider-Man? That's even crazier to hear. It is a legit movie, but... Granted, I think you just hate good stories, Pock, at this point in time. From what I've learned about you. So good, that's been busy organizing, it's been picking up overall good. It's good to hear. Have you had a chance to see Spider-Man yourself yet, Cosmic, or were you waiting for it later on? I know we talked about it. Can't remember. Going to Saturday? Ooh, sick. Hope you have a good time with it, Cosmic. Alright, need some spoiler and... Hawk. What makes you think they would bring back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield for Spider-Man Brand New Day after No Way Home? What makes you think they would bring them back? Considering what Brand New Day is about.
Ku, where did you come from?
Oh, here's an enemy. Okay.
Are there no sensible golems left in the world?
Violet?
But seriously,
Emma.
it's a really
There
good
must be someone
Spider-Man
we can
movie.
speak with.
Understood.
Like, I mean, it's probably not my favorite Spider-Man yet. But considering everything we've done from Marvel lately, especially how the fact that they all relate to the multiverse in some way, for me, Brand New Day has been a very welcome surprise for how grounded it is with its story, without having to rely on the multiverse, which, don't get me wrong, I mean, well, I'll admit, there have definitely been a lot of misses with the MCU ever since Endgame ended, but there have been some hits as well, which Brand New Day is part of those hits for me.
Do you have something, Ku?
Oh yeah, I could do this. What do you mean? I'm literally saying it's literally a grounded story focused on Peter after what happened in No Way Home. It has nothing to do with the multiverse, for the pretty more or less. It's literally just focused on Peter's story after No Way Home, considering everyone's pretty much forgot about him and all that. Anyways. I was literally saying, this game, like, Brand New Day for me has been... Ouch. Yeah. That's what Brand New Day is. A movie that's just focused on Peter's life.
Think you
Post
found something, Koo?
Or post No Way Home. And all I was saying was literally... Brand New Day is very refreshing after everything we've gotten from the MCU lately. For the most part, which don't get me wrong, there are definitely some MCU stuff I like from this phase. Or the past, or post-Endgame. Like, obviously, I really enjoyed Shang-Chi. Oh. Hawk, like I said, I think you're just a hater for good stories. At this point. I mean, like I said, and I was just saying, I enjoyed overall I enjoyed a decent amount of the stuff in the MCU. Post-Endgame. Like, Shang-Chi is definitely up there for me for sure. Deadpool was great. Eternals was interesting. Oh, from there? Yeah. I enjoyed Black Panther too. Deadpool was fun to watch as well. So Guardians 3. But then there was also a lot of movies. Eternals? Okay. I ain't gonna say Eternals is my favorite movie of the MCU of all time. Call it an ass, though. That's definitely one I actually disagree with. Hey, Z-Fly. Welcome, welcome. Man, Spider-Man was great, though. I'm still tempted to rewatch it in 4DX, but we'll see. How's it going, Dozy? Hope everything's been well. Just trying out this new game at the moment. Hawk, don't make me bring up all your opinions that I hella disagree with. Especially with Metaphor. Especially with that game. You chilling? You saw on took your wife to see on Sunday, so you watched it again? Hey. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I assume it was just a regular that... No fancy edition, I assume. But hey, you know I've watched Demon Slayer 4 times in theaters, so... It was regular? Yeah, for sure, for sure. Got lucky with Ansi? Oh damn, tickets are still hard to find. Or actually, never mind, I guess it was still the first weekend and all.
There's an enemy here.
Okay, I'll come back later, I guess. Ooh, leveled up. Nice. And Falcon Winter Soldier? Hey, I thought that show was fine for what it is. But hey, especially if you're calling Spider-Man boring, ain't no one's gonna trust your opinions at that point. In fact, you're probably someone that you probably like the Venom movie. You probably like the Venom movies over Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Knowing you. Hawkeye? I mean, I enjoyed Hawkeye too.
Then it shouldn't surprise
I
you that
actually
I seek
enjoy my
Inoshi.
stuff, but if it's something that interests me and I watch it, and I like it, I'll say I like it.
I take it you're just passing through to the next zone.
Once I defeat the Nushi, yes.
The tall
I've only seen the
order.
first one, in which I had an okay
Let you
time
see
with overall.
Morid.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it would
Seek
be.
the sub-city at the end
But I never
of
watched the
road.
second or third one. I just
You'll
looked up
find
summaries
the
of those,
foreman
because I
there.
wasn't interested.
Speak with him. I only ask that you avenge us.
Dang.
We got what we needed. Head for the sub-city and find the foreman.
A Malefact? Malefacts are powerful foes. You cannot stop its blows. You must parry them.
Yeah, I know about this.
Remember to use Ku's skills too. Ku. Emma, are you injured?
Just a little scrape.
Err on the side of caution and treat it.
Oh, is this where I heal? Ugh, okay. I see, I see. Heh, sorry for my loss. I did play a bit of ranked with Ed yesterday, just to see how much the changes felt, and then, well, on one hand, obviously, having mostly nerfs again sucks. Not to mention, well, granted, I've been used to it at this point. But I think Ed's look, despite that, I think Ed's perfectly fine. All things considered. The thing that bums me the most is actually the fact that they added initial scaling on OD Blitz. Which I rarely got the chance to do that unless I did Yeah, unless I blocked like a super or invincible reversal of sorts. But yeah, I think that's perfectly fine, despite the nerfs. If anything, it's just more of a case where bad at players will realize they cannot just get a free 50-50 strike throw 50-50 off a clicker charge.
Cool.
You should play it, please. I mean, do they have any openings? Besides, you're gonna be busy working yourself, actually. Not to mention, oh yeah, Bamboo over here actually works over there. But I mean, unless you're actually involved with helping out with the tournaments, you're probably gonna be busy working. Up to you. Not to mention, I was actually telling Bamboo, I haven't been there in a bit. I haven't been there since June, actually. Like, from time to time still, but I haven't been going often.
There's so much.
Yo, Swag, welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, I need to be at the base for that. Oh yeah, just checking out this game at the moment.
There's an enemy here, Cool.
Anyway, just gonna get rotation of players. I haven't seen new people have actually been showing up, which is neat. So yeah, how's it going though, Swag? Hope everything's going well with you. I'm sort of just doing my own thing at the moment with this game. Oh, there's the end. Oh. Oh well, I didn't parry. Okay, I still get my levels at least, so that's fine. Look on Shane, good week, see you when I see you. Okay, for sure, Bamboo. Regardless, maybe I should tell my why you can for a bit. Good seeing you as well after how long it's been since we last saw each other. Hope you have a good night, and I'll catch you yeah, I'll see you whenever I see you, Bamboo. So then, have a good one, Bamboo. Anyways, very curious about this game, but yeah, a lot because of how crazy packed it's summer. Bro, I have no idea how I'm even going to get through September. Oh. Because, I mean, I'm only getting 2 games. Well, I am getting 3 games in September, but, well, one of them I don't plan to play through ASAP myself.
Do you have something?
It's very much like Wolverine and Spider-Man. Or Wolverine and Fire Emblem I want to play through. Trails I would like to get to before the end of the year, but realistically, I don't think that's happening. Otherwise, yeah. And I had to limit myself on which games I would get in September too, because Onimushu has my curiosity.
Did you find something?
It's been hot. I have not been wanting to go out whatsoever. Lucky that your job has you home despite job sucking. Damn. It has been hot lately though. Okay, I can see hard mode, these enemies serve hurts. You got the second to support the underdog? You'll get the fortune sweet eventually, but you'll enjoy the drama. Oh, about the whole Fire Emblem discourse in general. I did buy the collector's edition, just cause
There's an enemy here. Cool.
considering it was already, well, I was gonna get it physically initially, but then, and I know I could pre-order it. Closing your eyes despite everything, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen out of this game. I am curious, well, having here too, and well, after the Nintendo Direct today as well, I am pretty intrigued to see how things turn out. But you chose prioritize second? Oh yeah, I bought both of them myself, but I probably won't play second chapter ASAP.
Emma, use your hair.
That light must be a campsite.
Okay, Soul's us with this. It's perfectly fine. You got Onimushu and Silent Hill. Oh yeah, Silent Hill is that other game I was thinking, there was another game aside from what I mentioned. I was like, yeah, it was Silent Hill. But yeah, I guess in my case, Swag, I did play second chapter SC, the original SC already, so I know what's gonna happen and all, which, it's gonna be great for sure. I'm excited to see how they make things look at the remake, considering how they did. Considering how the first chapter was as a remake, which actually surprised me, even though I already knew everything that was gonna happen. So I know second chapter, there's definitely a lot to do, like, well, there's a lot of potential for sure, which, considering how they did it with the first chapter, I was looking forward to seeing how they do the stuff in second chapter too. One play Odie's game with traversing and spilled. Oh yeah, no fast travel. The good old days. Alright, movie. Oh yeah, that movie comes out as well. I'm not watching it though. They close till 3 AM. Hawk, you gotta realize, it's a gaming cafe. They don't operate like a regular business. Granted, they take shifts. Some people start earlier in the day, some people start later. But it's not like a 9 to 5 or anything. And vice versa. I'm not even sure which one to prioritize. Reincarnation is available till 2:30 a.m. Eh. I mean, what did you... I'm not too surprised, considering the kind of company they are. Or the business they are in. And, well, if you want me to be brutally honest, I'm actually amazed Cooper Esports is actually still in business. Despite all the years. Like, not that I'm ungrateful for them being around, but legit. For the kind of business they're doing in Irvine, I'm never amazed they're still in business. Yeah, you don't mind like that, but the fact that you need a map. Oh yeah, oh no, navigating through the world. Okay, see, I've definitely gotten lost in some caves and dungeons because of it. I have gotten, like, not often, but there have been a few times I'm just like, I'm trying to leave a dungeon, I'm just like, how do I get out of here? Yeah, I get you with that too. Like, it didn't happen often for me, but dealing with that does sort of suck too. That was not fun, I agree with that. Some mod that has an active event that only applies to... Wow, that only applies to towns? Damn. I mean, I know some towns are big, but damn. That sort of sounds pointless, honestly. Unfortunately.
Hey, can you still hear me? I've detected an abnormal spike in light levels. It must be the blighted forest. It appears as the sun sets.
A feature from the beta version?
The forest and the horrors that roam within are beyond our current understanding.
And yeah, that's a...
Just stay alert. Don't let anything creep up on you.
And yeah, like, I mean, it can help with some towns with navigating. At the same time, though. But at the same time... Come on, I dodged that. He is on the job hunt. Just to get out of the way.
What have you got there, Ku?
But yeah, I guess in my case with Trails, like, well, I did start with the original Sky games, fortunately. So for me, so I basically was able to start where it all began and all. Even though Cold Steel was tempting for a time. Which got to, I guess, around the time, that was what my older brother, like, my older brother pretty much had the first Trails in the Sky game, which I think he mentioned a friend gifted it to him or something. I try to remake Hold Your Hand. I don't mind at all, because that's genuinely very fun. It was a good experience. Oh yeah, it's definitely a much more enjoyable time. A lot of quality of life stuff, obviously. And not to mention, like, having that modern feeling to it. To where it's like, you're not just thrown into stuff and such. I'll admit, even though I did play the original game, I actually did. I still got myself blown up by the first hunt. Where it's like,
Did you find something?
you killed that enemy you had to fight for that hunt quest. But then he just blows up if you're still too close to him. But I was like, I was just like, I can't believe I fell for this again.
Cool. There's an enemy.
You like the original gameplay, to be honest, and you like the old school focus on research management, especially, but that traversing, man. Yeah. Unfortunately, some parts hold up, other parts don't, kind of feel. Which, well, I guess in my case, I sort of was on a trend of playing the older games. Starting with Final Fantasy. When I sort of... Yeah, I sort of did a marathon of, like, most of the older Final Fantasy games for a bit. So Trails was something I was pretty much able to put up with, more or less. Which, I know another friend I met through Smash was actually telling me I should try these games, and I was like, I'll keep it in mind. But I just never got to them until I started doing Steam Share with my older brother, and I saw he had that game. And yeah, and then... And yeah, I basically fell down the rabbit hole right after.
Remember to use Ku's skills too.
We've made it this far, but now we've got the Nushi to worry about. There's no telling what's waiting for us ahead. Stay on your toes.
Understood.
Anyway. want to do that again eventually because the only classic games you never finished were 1, 2, 3 for Final Fantasy. Maybe I'll do a series replay with play in 10 years. You gotta start with 7 first because you want to play that before playing through all the remakes. 1, 2, 3 are also the games I haven't played through for the classic Final Fantasies, which granted, FF4, I did play that remake they made on the 3DS, or regular DS. And I actually do own 3 as well. I guess, maybe I just wasn't in the mood to play through it, but I never finished it either. I started, but I just never finished it. I probably will at some point though, but we'll see. Hey Mina, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the 34 months. Damn, 34 months. Appreciate the support as always, Mina, and welcome. Maybe this series replay in 10 years, but you gotta start with 7 first because you want to replay that before. Fair enough. I was planning to do that with 7 before Remake, the first part came out, but I just got busy with COVID, because COVID happened and all that, so there just wasn't a good time to replay it. And now that I've pretty much been playing the 7 remakes, it's been hard to want to go back. Even though I assume like 7 overall holds up gameplay-wise. So I guess one I would want to replay though is actually 15 though. Because that was actually my first mainline Final Fantasy game. That I did a decent amount of stuff, but I don't think I really got to experience everything in it. So I wouldn't mind giving that another chance. Good boy. I already bought it on PC, so I have it. But we'll see whenever I get to it. I'll say though, this game is interesting.
You're acting strange.
Okay, I can fast travel to these areas if I want to. Nothing too highly of that game besides the main party, but I feel like I appreciate more on current hardware. Are you talking about 7? You're talking about 7, right? Out of curiosity, just to be clear.
It seems you've arrived. I'm monitoring things from out here.
I can't lie.
Detecting is a mass of corrupted golems.
But I know
I
this
can
game
rest
was
at this
outsourced by Game Freak in some areas, but some of the animation, like Some of the way some things move feels a little stiff to me. Not in a bad sense, but it's just noticeable for me. Oh, FF10, gotcha. Or 15, gotcha. Oh, I guess I was very biased for myself just because, well, it was my first Final Fantasy, so I was just thinking how this would feel. And then I ended up getting hooked on it, so. But yeah, I also get that 15 is definitely not a perfect game, and I mean, looking back, I will definitely acknowledge FF15 will forever, unfortunately, not be a complete game because of what happened after. But in my case, just because 15 was my first Final Fantasy game, I have some nostalgia for it. Enough to where I would like to try it again. And especially on, like, especially an experience where we do get more than 30 FPS. Let me just try this out of curiosity. Since it says we can fast travel and such. But yeah, 15 was sort of what started it off for me, and then I did buy Crisis Core ahead of time. So I did on the PSP too, by the way. Like, sometime I did buy a PSP to try out some games I never tried out. Because there was a decent deal on it on eBay, and I was like, why not? So I guess, like, in that case, I had Crisis Core ahead of time just because I was thinking, I like Kingdom Hearts. And I knew Crisis Core was more of an action RPG, so I was like, let's try this to see how it's like. Yeah, funny how people I know who start out, finally start on 15, not many actually go journey back. It was definitely some fortunate timing for me. Because of what I ended up buying. Yeah, I used to view that game harder, but it's still warmed me after the DLC. I paid it for its main part dynamic, though, because it's one of the best. That I 100% agree with the party. Definitely deserves the criticisms, of course, for not being a complete game. And unfortunately, suffering from the fact that it never will be. But I definitely do appreciate it for what it is overall. How did I get up here now? Oh. Probably related to that. Oh wait, I think I see a vision. Okay, yeah, I start to see a vision. I remember because I end up enjoying it more than 16. I can see that, honestly. Okay, here's the valuable. I see interior is geared towards all my interests, but it just didn't work out. Eh. Yeah. It's just how it is sometimes. Not everything's gonna be for us, and all that. For better or for worse. Even when it looks like something we'd enjoy. Oh, enemies here.
Ku, there's an enemy.
There's many enemies. Yeah, I had a good time though with the 16, that all things considered. I guess it was also one of the things that did make me want to get PS5 as well, back then. Or... at least I think that we saw a trailer of it before the PS5 was out. I mean, there was a lot of things I wanted the PS5 for. Back then. The times have definitely changed. Oh, oops.
Let's do this, Ku.
Oh, there's something else here? Well, let's take a look. Okay, didn't get everything here.
There's an enemy here, Ku.
I remember on DMC like combat at the time, so hand scratch the itch, but it's not the same. And you want to? Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Like, I mean, definitely heavily inspired by DMC, which granted, it doesn't have the one of the combat directions of it or something. But I'll look at it though. I'll look at it though. It wasn't really like, well, at first glance, it doesn't really look like it. Or, well, I guess the vibe was pretty different, but... how do I want to word this? I mean, definitely inspired, but not really DMC. Considering you didn't really... oh yeah, I guess it's like... you weren't really obviously, like... you weren't really encouraged to do that combo system and such. For the most part. To keep things going and varying your attacks. Outside like Y max damage and such, in some instances. At least that's something I did feel. I don't think this is close enough for this. Oh yeah, we can see that. That's still fair though, all things considered. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Where's the enemy that I put?
Cool.
Yeah, they're similar.
There's an
Sure, you
enemy.
can style like the NC, but it's kind of like a hit stun. Until you feel. Oh yeah, definitely. Stagger system and all.
Cool. There's an enemy here.
Actually, let's all just continue with the main story. Anyways, This game is interesting so far. One thing I did hear about this game, for better or for worse, is that it starts off interesting, but then doesn't really do a whole lot in the long term of this game, I think. At least that's what I'm hearing. Fun game, but it's not gonna be for everyone. I mean, personally, you know me. If I'm having fun with a game, that's really all that matters to me. But it'll vary for everyone with what you want from your game, basically.
Wait, I'm picking up another presence behind a door deep within. I imagine it'll unlock if you eliminate all the threats.
All right.
Anyway, I remember playing Xenoblade games at Adventure 16, and I think they feel what you're looking for in RPGs. Oh yeah, dude. Xenoblade, I sort of have a weird relationship with it, but
There's an enemy.
I do enjoy the game. It just, I think I might have played 3 at a bad time, all things considered. Even though I overall enjoyed it. I haven't done the DLC though, and I don't really plan to myself. I'm playing this on my PS5 actually. I could probably run this on PC, but you know, support as much physical as I can. And I also got a decent discount at Best Buy as well when I bought this. Which, I mean, like, it's playable on PS5 at the moment.
Did you find something out of the ordinary?
It's definitely off, though. But you might have noticed a bit. It's not a smooth 60. It's smooth. Like, yeah, it's smooth to play, but you might see some stutters here and there. Like, it's not clear. It's clearly not as optimized as it could be, but It's not the worst thing ever. I'd prefer to see the starting PS5 games these days. Especially with how long it's been. Definitely wouldn't blame you for that. Can't speak for how it is on PC because I think initially the PC requirements were surprisingly steep. Which I think it might sort of just come back to how this game is on Unreal Engine 5, so... Okay, I have no idea what the password is, so we'll come back to this later. But yeah, overall this game is running fine enough. Could be better, but... it is pretty playable. At the very least, it's definitely better than when I was trying to play Gotham Knights on PS5. Because that game was... well, that game was a mess as a whole already. But the fact that this was like, for like, a title on PS5, on like, the new current gen consoles, to be capped at 30 was crazy. Anyway, there's one more enemy I have to fight. Somewhere. Oh, there you are. Oh yeah, it was locked to 30 FPS. The first one too, of the games coming out on PS5 and Xbox. So that didn't help at all, to say the least. And yeah, when you get into the game, I'll say personally, I didn't mind it as much, gameplay-wise. I was actually able to enjoy myself playing it, surprisingly. If I tried playing it now, I don't think I would have a good time though, but... or what? Just because it was just the Batman family and all that. I was just putting up with it for the most part. It wasn't an arcade game at all things considered.
A strong box.
Considering there's like an RPG element to it. And just like, compared to the arcade games, it was super clunky combat-wise. It's like, it was basically... I guess it felt like something like they were trying to put an Assassin's Creed RPG element in a Batman Arkham game, basically. That's what it felt like to me. Which is a little puzzling to me, just because the developers from that, they work on Batman Arkham Origins, so they know how to make a good combat system. Yet they tried to do something new with the RPG elements.
Cool.
There we go. But yeah, all things considered, this game is surprisingly running decently for what it's worth. Anyways, what does this robot have to say? Or a cyborg?
That outfit. You must be a purifier.
And you are?
The foreman. intend to face it?
It's my duty.
It only leaves its bolt hole in order to sniff out any threats. Defeat the Nushi Purifier. And hurry, for it's coming. The Blight is coming. Ooh.
Yet another soul departs.
Violet?
I have no idea what's going on, by the way.
Sounds like Ku's found something.
Oh.
It's a bow?
A new weapon for me?
We should take it with us. It'll only be claimed by decay otherwise. Perfect timing. Those'll make for decent target practice. Impressive. Seems you'll have no problem taking out foes from a distance.
Hopefully.
This bow is an invaluable gift. May the foreman find peace. Let's continue on.
But yeah, in my case though, everything prior to September, I pretty much just locked myself on getting one new game every month. Well, I guess with the exception of Avatar Legends. Which... I wasn't expecting much for Legends considering it was $30, but... And it's not like I disliked the game or anything. I just wish I had a better launch, all things considered, but... For $30, it's whatever. But I guess the unfortunate thing for me, though, I ended up being busy with other things. So where I didn't really have a chance to really put in time into Avatar Legends. I'm like booting it up time to time, but I haven't really gone out of my way to grind it like crazy. I'm not even sure if I'll even enter that at SoCal Knockout, by the way. I'm only signed up for Street Fighter at the moment. Wouldn't be against it, but... What's your game for October then? It will be Phantom Blade Zero. That is the plan. September is pretty much the one exception where I do get multiple games, but I'm really only planning to play through 2 of them at the moment. At least ASAP. Wolverine and Fire Emblem. Thousand Skies second chapter, it's sort of a case of, if I can get to it before the end of the year, I'll try, but no guarantees. That's another reason, maybe. Let's see if I can keep up with the backlog for me to justify it. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Phantom Blade was pretty much the game that I was excited for once it got announced. And one that, I mean, as much as it sucked that it got delayed, a part of me was sort of relieved it got delayed too. Just because of the fact that too many games are coming out in September. So I actually am sort of grateful it got delayed overall. So, but now the question is just, will I have time to get through whatever games I want to beforehand? Which, I mean, Wolverine, I'm sure, is not going to be that long of a game. Fire Emblem, though, is another story. Especially with the fact that they mentioned you can do you can switch between the characters while playing through it. Oh yeah, I'm seeing, like, yeah, some parts it's smooth, some parts you can sort of see it's a little rough in this game. Ooh, time to fight. Force. Yeah, ideally I would like to try to get through Trails in the Sky second chapter before Persona 4 Revival. Because I know if I don't get to Persona 4 do it by then, I don't think I'm gonna get to Trails in the Sky second chapter for a bit. Oh, and I see, this is probably gonna be our first boss. Found Commodus.
That's the Nushi of this zone. Seems like it's noticed you.
Okay, so I basically have to fight that thing. Any place I could save beforehand. Okay, I think I sort of get the structure of this game to a degree. Oh, cool. Well, I didn't know what the password was for that, so... Oh well. That's no safe spot here, though. I guess it's down there, but still. Fine. That's all we have. Closest one. I guess the plan here is just really do the first boss, make progress, a little bit more progress, and I'll call it, because I didn't want to stream for too long tonight. Have to work tomorrow and all, and like I said, I usually don't start late, but just because this game came in tonight, and I have been curious about this, I did want to check this out.
That light
Oh,
must
there's
be a
one right
campsite.
here. But yeah, like, reviews I've heard from this game are basically... There's a really cool concept. There's a cool concept for this game. It just doesn't really do a whole lot. So it's like wasted potential is what I hear a lot about from this game. Which, like I said, in my case, if I'm able to have fun with the game, that's really all that matters for me personally. But, hey, I guess this game is $60 as well, which it sort of sucks when that's a plus. Well, you have to say the game's not as expensive, in my opinion.
There's an enemy here. Cool.
Well, here we go.
That was the Nushi's roar. And we strayed into its territory. What are you doing? Keep moving. It might seem a lumbering giant, but its senses are extraordinarily sharp. You can also work with Ku to pin the enemy down.
Careful. You're nearing the limits of your strength. Remember to use Ku's skills too. There you go. Keep it up. Remember to use Ku's skills too. What? What's happening?
Wow. So you usually have fun with the waste of potential or 6 out of 10 games.
Let's do this,
Just
Cool.
glad Game Freak was really easily out of Nintendo then for once. Same here. That's what got me interested in this in the first place, considering they've only been making Pokemon games.
There we go. Keep
Okay,
it up.
now.
Cool.
I know what to expect now, though.
What's happening?
And the Nushi is surrounding light. Visibility is getting worse. Don't lose sight of it.
We're almost done.
Archie's Iron Blue Memory. Oh, so you get combos. More stuff out of this.
It's retreating. Back to its lair, maybe?
Well,
I can't believe she withstood Anushi. So this is the power of the sealer.
I'm going after it.
No. Wait. Return to the walker first.
If I don't go now, it will recover.
So let it. Based on what I noticed just now, you might not have much of a choice. Besides, you're completely spent. Do yourself a favor and get some rest.
fine.
Fine.
Okay. That was interesting, though. So I guess, not really a Souls-like game, but
You're back.
similar elements to it, I suppose.
Brad,
How's the Nushi?
I'm keeping an eye on it. It's taken a beating, for sure, but blight is accumulating inside it at a staggering rate. Seems that the weaker the Nushi becomes, the more the blight builds. It's hard to say what'll happen next time you fight it. Be ready for anything.
Okay.
Still asleep. I'm sure she'll wake up soon.
Okay. Also, you may find spoilers, which you can check in your battle pack. Make preparations before sleeping. I can't do anything about this, right? What can I do? I guess not. Oh. This didn't really do much for me, all things considered, but... Oh, this I definitely need though, but I can grind that later, I guess. But yeah. I look. I did buy the deluxe edition. Oh, that's probably why I have a lot of money. But still, this is interesting. All things considered.
They kept the Malefax from devouring the colony, but it's little more than rubble now.
You did do a lot of fighting, at least. And that's our sister and all. Okay. I'm probably gonna need to play this on my own time, if anything, to grind. But yeah, can't do anything at night. Got it. Damn, there's a lot to grind in this. But I'll get to it when I get to it, I suppose. And I think it's time to go to bed.
Cool.
Hey, you're partners in this mission now. Play nice.
Understood.
Cool. You've been here all along. Ever since then.
On a certain day. Oh, it's a flashback? So I actually didn't realize part of her hair was pretty much a tree of that branch. I did not realize that for a bit.
Emma, are you awake?
Your duty awaits.
How may I serve?
Malefacts have been sighted. 2 pale malefacts. Soon they will begin to devour the innocent and spread the blight.
I see.
They are holed up deep in the forest, a blighted zone no one else can tread. Emma, you are the sealer. Dispose of the malefacts. Seal them away within you.
After I eat.
Your appetite will surely be sated once you've absorbed the tainted flesh of those horrid creatures. You truly are no more than they are.
No more than a malefact.
You were born blight-stained, reared in a tainted cradle. The blight in your breast ate your heart away long ago.
Oh yeah, so that explains
No
it.
heart, no humanity, no pity for your fellow malefacts.
What's pity?
Your appearance is the only reminder you were human.
Also, she was a prisoner of sorts because she's different. I assume she got a chance to
How
help.
dare the golem speak to you like that? It's not like that tin can is human itself.
What is it, Violet?
You're no mere malefact, Emma. You're a person.
Tell me, Violet.
Something on your mind?
Is a heart supposed to ache? I don't think mine ever has. I guess I lack a heart and a memory.
Empathy isn't beyond you, Emma. I'm sure the day will come when you will understand. As for your missing memory, I cannot say much on that subject. We both share that particular deficiency. Anyway, what feast were you provided with today?
The same as 3 days ago. Dried fish and beans.
Fare as bland as ever, then.
It gives me the energy to fight, which is all I need. We'll head out once I'm finished eating.
Also, okay, so she is treated differently in general just because of her circumstances. And I said this before we
Remember the golem's words. The targets are deep within the forest.
Mecca. This is where we meet. I assume we're playing to a part where we do meet Co.
Blight detected. Must kill.
The blight has corrupted this golem's mind. Ready yourself.
I stopped some after this flashback sequence, by the way.
Another one. Conceal yourself and strike.
Oh, now you teach me how to do stealth.
Is this all that remains of humanity, whose hands were responsible for raising the great empires of old? We need to head further into the forest. Let's go, Emma. That's the wrong way. We need to head deeper into the forest.
Okay, so I guess from what I played tonight, it really gives the vibe of Stellar Blade for me. To a degree. Which is not a bad thing at all. Because I did enjoy Stellar Blade when I played it years ago, and that's also another game I do want to replay before Stellar Blade Blood Rain, though.
How rare. Biwa fruit.
I will admit that AI music
Its
video they
medicinal qualities
released
are renowned. I'm
does
sure
not
there
serve
would
a
be
lot of
someone
goodwill,
willing to exchange
unfortunately.
it for a good meal. Let's take the fruit with us.
You don't even eat, Violet. Why do you care about food? Besides, we still have our quarry.
Well, I'm sure you'll sense it when they're close. And I like thinking about food.
Fine. This shouldn't take long.
I guess depending on how things go, I still probably will get Stellar Blade Blood Rain, but we'll see. It's still out, way out, and oh, there's the dog. Oh, the dog's looking for someone?
Was that someone's memory?
I saw it too. How strange. Hold. Where did it vanish to?
The tracks lead over there.
Do not let it escape. There. It is walking very slowly.
It must be
It seems to
injured.
have an arrow wound.
The blight is thicker in the forest depths.
Yep.
Was there another besides the pale one? You cannot leave it alive.
That's very funny, because the CEO's like, what
Let's
do you
be
mean?
after those pale malefacts.
What do you mean, Slav? Keep an open mind. Oh yeah, I did see that too, unfortunately, which... I hear it's AI is something more accepted in their part of the world, all things considered. I don't follow it too much myself, but I have heard that, which, considering some videos I've seen on some of my social medias, mostly on Instagram, where it just seems like I feel like I see so many AI videos from them. It just looks like that's something accepted there. I tell you what the hell is going on in this music video that's supposed to evoke stoic. I haven't even watched it, but I did see I saw some moments of it where sort of just a yikes, unfortunately. Watching the whole thing, it was giving the generic cute girl random. Yeah, that sort of sounds lame, I can't lie. Especially considering the fact that they did make a music video for the original Stellar Blade that was actually legit. Well, I'm not sure how legit it was, but they literally made their own video without needing AI whatsoever. So the fact that they use like AI here is like, why, man?
It has branched. This is what becomes of a blighted body. Looks like the other malefact must have met its fate here.
Oh, there's the dog. Who's the
There it
name?
is.
You are Clue. Clue, please. You're the only one who can do this. Don't kill her.
You seem tired.
Not again.
Were those his memories? Sounds like his name is Ku.
Cool.
Despite being a malefact, he seems to be on some sort of mission. How strange. But Emma, these things eat people and spread the blight. End it.
Oh, and I assume this is where we choose to spare him and recruit him. You are watching the whole video and let's go into. Oh wait, I already read that. I'll get to your part in a bit because certain ads are playing, but thankfully it's just a cutscene. Nothing crazy at the moment. Okay, ads should be over hopefully. Cherry on top is that there was a behind the scenes portion at the end with the film crew doing stuff with the main
He's
character that they
awake.
were actually filming all that. Damn. Well, that's sad to hear. Very kind of BTS portion that K-pop music videos would have done, but it was not cute at all.
It's too soon.
I can only imagine.
For now, just rest.
so we saved his life some time ago, and now he's working with us. Basically best friends. I see. You can increase your Paraku by petting him or feeding him treats. Here's a number of skill slots available. I assume I can't leave yet then. Okay. Well, it was nice to see that scene. Which, Okay, fine. It wasn't gonna let me say. Not bad. I think I'll stick with the defaults. I wonder how what my Oni had, though. Well, I guess I could save here. Man's best friend.
Cool. Sounds like he's trying to say something.
Why not try and speak to him then? You may be able to ascertain something by his reaction.
I've always lived in the forests of Ogorji, but now I seek the capital. Tell me, Ku, why are you with us? Will I eventually be able to understand him?
I believe so. Eventually.
Not sure how much this takes, but it doesn't hurt to pet him. Maybe I could just remember to pet him every time I come here.
They kept the Malefax from devouring the colony, but it's...
Okay. But yeah, all things considered.
Emma, I've seen the Nushi's lair, and I'm worried. It's in an isolated spot, and overgrown with blighted foliage. It looks like the Nushi grew it as a form of defense. I'm not sure you can get in.
What should I do?
There's a sub-city near the lair. It's Sub-City 03. Looks like there was once a tunnel connecting it to the bulkhead. You can probably still use it to get through. Once you reach Subcity 03, look for a way in to the Nushi's lair.
Understood.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I like the other hat more. Well, let me change that real quick. Well, I guess I could do no hat. Oh, I didn't realize. Actually, can I load from here? This I don't have to use a day. I'll take off the hat, though.
Emma, I've seen the Nushi's lair, and I'm worried. It's in an isolated spot, and overgrown with blighted foliage. It looks like the Nushi grew it as a form of defense. I'm not sure you can get in.
What should I do?
There's a sub-city near the lair. It's Sub-City 03. Looks like there was once a tunnel connecting it to the bulkhead. You can probably still use it to get through. Once you reach Sub-City 03, look for a way in to the Nushi's lair.
Understood. Do you have something?
Oh, no, Mom. Well, so much for that.
Do you ever
His name
stop
is
and
Ko.
look up at the sky, Emma?
Never. It's forbidden.
So they actually teach the kids that out here, too. That's right. Not a living soul in the world is allowed to look at the sky. No one can see what's up there.
The crescent moon.
Right again. That
Ouch.
moon has hung heavy since time immemorial. Yet no one has ever looked at it and survived. So mind your gaze doesn't accidentally wander upwards.
It won't. Violet taught me well.
Violet.
Impressions
Never
of this
mind.
game? This game's fun, at the very least.
Well, just be careful.
I don't think this game particularly is doing anything to stand out, which...
Remember, Emma, you're the sealer.
The game doesn't have
You
to do
absorb
that.
the blight from any Nushi you defeat. In doing so, You might also end up absorbing their memories. The powers they bestow should prove useful in battle. Try to keep that in mind.
I will. Yeah, like I said, I don't think this game is particularly... I don't think this is gonna be a Game of the Year contender at all.
Are you
But hey,
coordinating well with Ku?
unlike a
Well
certain
enough.
someone, I don't depend on the
Remember,
game to be
He'll be
a Game of the
accompanying
Year
us all
contender,
the way to the capital.
whether I play or not.
You must look after him at all times.
In what way?
You could pay attention to his condition outside of battle for one.
I understand. Cool. Am I doing it right, Violet?
Perhaps. Your efforts will pay off, I'm sure.
But yeah, all I wanted from this was just a fun game. Which, at least from what I've played so far, I am getting that. I won't continue the main story for too much longer, by the way. Guess I could check this enemy out. To call it.
Emma, make sure you gather up any amber you find. Amber doesn't harm people like the Blight does. Amber is a replacement for the petroleum energy that was used in... Remember our conversation about the memories of the Nushi? How they come with their own unique knowledge and emotions? Well, they'll likely aid you in battle, too.
Memories.
What's wrong?
My own memories contain knowledge, but they evoke no feelings. Why do I lack emotions?
Listen. Do you know why we have feelings?
No.
Well, they might not be as valuable as you seem to think.
What do you mean?
I'll explain another time. Get some rest for now.
Fine.
And I'll try for that enemy that I marked a while ago. But yeah, like I said, this game is genuinely pretty interesting.
Cool. There's an enemy.
Oh.
A strong box.
Oh yeah, I was looking around. Yeah. I assume it won't be so easy to sneak up on you. That was unblockable. Well, okay, that
Let's
feels
do this,
doable.
Ku.
I definitely want to clear the other enemies first, though. Oh, oversee. Okay. That's a rough situation to deal with. I'm just gonna appreciate that so I get away. Oh yeah, I feel that for sure. Especially like, if you're not gonna be compensated for what you're doing. Okay. That sucks, though. Taking on more than you have to. Without much compensation. Anyways, let me get away from this enemy.
There's an enemy here, Ku.
Which, I'll say, like, my job does treat me well, all things considered. Oh. Come on. Yeah, my job does treat me well, like I said, but... I messed up again. I definitely need the backstab, though, in order to get started. And well, I'll admit, I do have moments where my job does get a little boring. Or feels like a slow day. I have those moments like that. But then I also have times where it gets busy as well. Which, thankfully, we did get to I did finish what's pretty much considered the busiest time at my job. So it's not... So I have a bit of time to chill for the time being. Well, look at it.
Ku, there's an enemy.
But, I mean, regardless though, I wish the best of luck to you both, Swag and Pock.
Ku, Ku.
There we go.
That kid. Are they gonna be okay?
0418.
How could they leave someone here to rot? Damn colonists. Doing just what they're told.
Okay. So... Oh, it's right there. Oh, they about pulsing companies realize they need people. What one can hope. Which I do hope that it does end up happening sooner rather than later, though, all things considered. Okay. So that's where you can find these passwords sometimes. Can't lie though. First impressions of this game. This game is pretty neat in my opinion. Pretty neat. I guess I might as well look around here before... But yeah, well, I guess it's unfortunate AI has sort of taken over all of it. My brother's also sort of fallen. Is somewhat reliant on AI to a degree. Which, unfortunately, I think that's probably just expected at this point with how much it's grown. My job's also looking into ways to implement AI as well, which, like, I personally try to avoid it. I can see some benefits for it, but I don't like relying on it. That's fair, Pock, though. You do want some sort of income at the very least, in that case. Okay, this I sort of need, though. Cause yeah, $500 ain't free much. Ain't gonna grow on trees, to say the least. Anyways. I wonder if there's anything here that could possibly hopefully get a clue for that chest here. There has to be something. I'll put that lammy job. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have a certificate, all things considered. I see that point. Like, obviously, nothing's guaranteed in life, but having any kind of certificate and such, or anything that can show credentials, basically, aside from the fact that you graduated school, that'll all help. I don't think there's anything in here for that clip. There are user AI for sure, it's reducing repetitive workload, but companies are using it mostly cutting costs as possible. But yeah, it's at least a neat place to start somewhere. I guess in my case, like I mentioned before, in my situation, I am pretty fortunate. Because, I mean, I graduated in 2020, which is pretty much during COVID, during lockdown and all that. But with my situation, I was pretty much graduating, but I did not have anything lined up whatsoever. I was applying for stuff. I got an interview for one internship, but I pretty much got ghosted. I didn't hear back, so yeah. But I didn't exactly have. Well, I guess if anything, if I wanted to, like, which I mean, I'm an accounting major just to get out of the way for anyone that doesn't know. But I guess if I wanted to go into like public accounting, I would have had to have stayed in school for a lot longer. Or actually, no, it would have been like a year longer, but it's just, I guess unfortunately in my case, I spent 3 years at community college, and then 2 years to be able to graduate. But I would have had to take another year in order to like complete credentials to take the CPA if I wanted to do public accounting. Which, unfortunately, just considering how long I was in school, I sort of just wanted to be done with it, personally. And consider the CPA later if I felt like it. Well, I'm also not gonna lie. There's a part of me that's where... I mean, more money is great to have, but... unfortunately, sort of at that point where I probably sort of need the money. I'm pretty much doing private accounting, by the way. So, it's definitely more stable than, well, it's like, the job market definitely is not on running short for accountants. But yeah, I'm not like in public accounting, so it's like not working as an accounting firm or anything like that. I'm pretty much just doing like private accounting, which is like within a company, more or less. But I guess like all things considered though, my first job was not an accounting job, I'll mention that much. Just because, like, I was just pretty much looking for something right after graduating. Which, oh yeah, I did have to take an extra semester because I did fail one of my classes. But like I said, despite that, that ended up being a blessing because I was sort of able to line myself up with a job right after graduating, which was like, it was supposed to be a temporary position where it was just gonna keep me busy until I found something accounting related. I was planning to stick with it until it was up, but I actually ended up getting offered a full-time position there, so I pretty much took it, and for a bit, I sort of just stuck with it. Because it was nice to have financial stability while working. Especially during the COVID times, because like I said, like, I didn't have anything lined up initially prior. Like, I probably would have struggled years ago looking for a job. Or, I probably would have been in a similar boat at the very least. But, because COVID and being able to work remotely, or you sort of had to work remotely, basically. It felt like it was much easier to get my foot in the door for something. I did leave that old job though, just because, well, I told Pock this and a few others, but basically, I wasn't working in an accounting related position initially, but it was like in finance, the finance department of sorts, so it's like somewhat related to what I would do, but that's not what I went to school for and all that.
Cool.
But I wanted to at least get my foot in the door. Which, I felt like that position was actually a decent chance for me to at least get started.
There's an enemy here. Cool.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, basically, like I said, it was supposed to be a temporary position until I found something accounting related. But just because they offered me a full-time position, and oh, and I also did get a promotion as well. So that sort of gave me some reason. I only had this current job because the financial officer of the company is also my mom's accountant. Ah, okay, so oh yeah, I guess that's another thing. Connections, I feel like is also, aside from being lucky, it feels like you somewhat need connections in order to be able to get a job. Outside of, like, obviously maybe having a license to a degree. License are certificates.
Cool. There's an enemy.
But yeah, back to my story. So yeah, I got, like, basically at my old job, it's going well for the most part. I did have to make some adjustments along the way, but I was like, considering the fact that I did get my first job here, I can sort of just deal with this. But over time, I thought, like, especially after my performance review, which my supervisors pretty much all love. They all, like, they were pretty much saying they were very grateful to me and all that. I was thinking I had a decent chance of being able to try switching to the accounting department, which I did get an interview for and all that. And well, I've learned a few lessons here, which, I mean, Pock, this sort of goes back to what I told you a few weeks ago. basically, I interviewed, it went well, and for the most part. And the thing is, I'm used to being ghosted already, having tried to apply or put myself in there before. But this one, I was thinking they would at least let me know if I would get an offer or not. However, weeks kept going by, I didn't hear anything. I even emailed one of them asking if there was any news about it, but I basically got ghosted. And I only learned that the position I applied for got filled by someone else, which said person was a sibling of someone else already, so one, connections are sort of a key in order to get your butt in the door. But this was sort of the lesson that taught me. You should, after every interview, you should always ask when you can expect to hear back. Or that rough estimate of when to hear back. That's what I sort of learned back then, that no matter what, always ask when you can expect to hear back, roughly. And needless to say, yeah, after I realized... Oh, yeah, and by the way, I only learned about this after I looked at my company's organizational charts and saw that position filled on my own terms. I wasn't even told that. Well, so yeah, like I said, I'm used to being ghosted, but the fact that I got ghosted by my own company I work at, and how I found out, alongside the fact that what I was doing at my job was getting a little tedious, I wasn't really feeling satisfied, and I also knew there was just no room for me to grow, or at least develop in a meaningful way related to my major. So I was like, it's time to look somewhere else, which I'm glad I did with my current position, because, I mean, what I'm doing is definitely a lot more closer to what I went to school for. Not completely related, but... But still more in lines of what I went to school for in comparison to what I was doing before. And I guess it also helped I did that because apparently a year after I left my old company, everyone else in the department I was working at pretty much got laid off, so... Anyways. Like, you were able to learn the software in the hospital industry quick enough so I was qualified, but yeah, connection really comes through. Why going out into the job market again for me after like 3 years kind of rough? Oh yeah, 100%. I definitely would be going through that at the moment too. I think my experience is attractive to employers, but I think educated can be an extra step further for me to find something better. Oh yeah. And back to that. That is actually another reason why I'm considering going back to school. If I get the chance to. Just having to manage the time and such is not what I'm looking forward to, but I can see the benefits of going back.
I can rest at this campsite.
Oh, cool. Another campsite. But yeah. And we're lucky enough to not need to go back to school right now. There is that. There is that. Because there's a part of me that is pretty much okay with just working and such, but for a higher education and all that, I also wouldn't mind either. Damn, all the way out here too. Oh, I also forgot to mention, most of the interns that do come to my company They pretty much all got in, mostly because of connections.
There's an enemy here.
I'm not doing any more main story, by the way, so I'm just using this time to chill until... But yeah, I guess... Oh yeah. What else was I gonna say about what I did? Alright, way past bedtime, so you have a good stream. Okay, no problem, Pock. But you sound like what you care? Okay, okay, I'll catch you next time whenever that is. So then, have a good one, Pock. I won't be going for too much longer myself. I'm sort of just looking around at the moment. I'll leave this place soon. Are you gonna see this Puck goes to bed? Yes, you did. What's up, though, Leo? I'm actually not gonna be streaming for too much longer myself. But I'm just chilling until I feel like continuing the main story, which I'll be doing that later. Actually, I like learning too, but I'm judging what educating is currently like now in the area of AI, because people even professors are dummies who heavily integrated and do not tech courses. Oof, that sounds like yikes. But I have heard about that too. The whole thing with AI in education. I'm not even sure if this is like particularly real, but I can't imagine there's any way that, well, even if there are professors that are old school, I know one professor that was, like, a few professors that are like, no laptops, no phones. We're taking it the old-fashioned way with notes and such. I'm just wondering, like, how they're dealing with people that are probably using AI to help with stuff. Those professors were chill, by the way. But yeah, education-wise, which I guess I feel bad at the same time because they're pretty passionate about teaching, and it was nice learning with them too, but yeah. Yeah, how's it going though, by the way, Leo?
Ku, there's an enemy.
I'll see what else I could look at before I end. Maybe I can find another save point somewhere. Going good? Good to hear, good to hear.
Did you find something?
I'm sort of just started on, well. I'm just starting out this game. I was planning to start on this tomorrow, but I did want to check this out because new game and all. Okay, how did I get through here? Never mind. I don't think I'll stream tomorrow, by the way, but... Well, actually, I might stream tomorrow. But I just really wanted to start on this game before
enemies. Ku, we can't allow ourselves to get surrounded. Go. Ku.
Okay, that. Oh wait, there's one of those tougher enemies. How am I liking the game? It's fun. It's fun.
Let's do this, Ku.
I wouldn't particularly recommend. Well, I think if you enjoy games like Stellar Blade, I think you would at least enjoy playing this. Would I recommend it? I'll have to continue to see. But it's a little hard to recommend currently. Not that it's bad per se, but this game doesn't really have that polish. But it's fun. Which is all I want personally from a game. But everyone's standards are different.
4 enemies. We're badly outnumbered. Be cautious, Ku. To me. Go.
It's on Game Pass, so you could play it. This game is fun though. Anyways, what were you saying? My thing is a lot more educate incentivized. One second. There we go.
Ku, there's an enemy.
How many enemies are there? There we go. Anyways.
That light.
Yeah.
Must
Poison
be a
lot more
campsite.
and sometimes memorization of information rather than... Oh yeah, that is also true. Like, especially for classes that aren't really related to your major and such. So you're sort of just incentivized to memorize them. Or at least how things work. Oh yeah, actually in general, a lot of things are incentivized that versus getting experience out there. Which... honestly, that is sort of what sucks about the education system. It doesn't really prepare you for that. It is what it is though at this point. And, you know what? I'm almost at the 3-hour mark. I might as well just keep going until then. Do I have anything? This game's been fun so far.
Four enemies. Ku, we can't allow ourselves to get surrounded.
I'll just stay here for now. I mean, there's definitely a Souls-esque system in this, but it's definitely more of an action game closer to Stellar Blade. If you want my opinion. Yeah, you can tell which professors actually care about their craft if their coursework actually gets you to apply what you've learned rather than repeating it. Yep. But sadly, it doesn't really apply for everyone. Which it could also just be how the course was made itself. Okay, why is this a marker? I might as well look. Oh, might as well. Well, at least I'm not running low on ammo. Hey, level 10. Okay, I'm also hearing there's like a lot of zones. There's like just one at the Benny. I mean, I wasn't planning to 100% this anyways. But... we'll see how long I take with this game.
There's an enemy here.
At least these enemies disappear. Has to be some other things I can look at or explore.
A strong box.
So this game definitely has some emphasis on exploration. Of sorts. I guess my main concern with this game at the moment is how long does it take till it gets old? Which I heard that's basically the main concern with this game. Which, like I said, I'm not expecting like a masterpiece from this game. I just want a fun time. I know that's not gonna apply for everyone. Which is valid, I'd say. Anyways, I'm gonna just get close to where I'm supposed to go, and then I'll actually call it. Because I went on for a bit longer than I thought I would. And I'll too. GG's. Good night, Swag. Hope you're sticking around while I can. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just call it here. I was gonna raid, but I don't think we have a whole lot, but it's fine. I guess, if anything, just because he did raid me last time, I'll send the raid over to D1. And it's fine. But yeah. So, overall impressions, this game is fun. I don't think it's gonna be for everyone either, but it's fun. All that said, I may be back tomorrow, depending if I feel like it, but we'll see. But regardless though, for everyone to stop by, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. So then, take care everyone, and have a good night.